fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
All right, what's up? Welcome back. Great last pay-per-view card. And here we are at UFC Austin, Kattar versus Emmett. What's up, dude?
How we doing, my man?
We good.
All right.
I think everybody lost last week, but I don't expect that this week.
2, 1.
Okay, for our next fight, we have Haws versus Deron Winn. Both these guys have very good wrestling resumes. Deron Winn was a really good wrestler in college and dominated Kamaru Usman actually in one of their matchups, but he's just kind of be too small, I think, for this fight, and Haws has fought some better competition. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I think we're going to go with Haws here in this one. Just looking at the reach advantage that he's at and the height advantage as well. I think he'll be able to pick him apart while stopping the takedowns and probably knock him out early or go to a decision.
Yeah, he's got a lot of first round power. Haws. He people probably don't remember it, but he actually hurt Chris Curtis, I think, in that first round before Chris Curtis knocked him out. And Deron Winn's really not that great of a mixed martial artist. He's more of just a wrestler. And I'd just expect Phil to either get the early finish or be able to have enough cardio to wrestle for 2 rounds to get a decision. His cardio and his chin is the red flag. I won't bet on him, but I'll pick him to win.
Yeah, and his chin's not very good, but I mean, Winn, we don't really see.
Deron Winn.
Yeah.
Okay, for our next matchup, we have Daukaus versus Roman Dolidze. I probably said that wrong. I watched these two guys fight, I think, a decent amount of times. Daukaus, younger brother of Chris. He's, the all-round fighter. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good wrestling, good striking. He's got good frame for the division. And Roman Dolidze, on the other hand, is more of a wrestler, can slow down in a fight. But I think I like Kyle here if you do as well.
Yeah, I like him as well. I think their ground game will equal each other out, and I think Daukaus will be able to beat him up on the feet.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is if Roman just lays on Kyle the whole fight, because he's really muscular, so he's gonna be a lot bigger in weight just coming into this fight, I would assume. But I think he's got defensive jiu-jitsu. I just hope he doesn't pull like a Brendan Allen like last fight where he just gets thrown around by a guy who's not. He's a good wrestler, Jacob Malkoun, but he's nothing special.
Right.
Do you see a finish in this one?
Maybe.
Kyle's got
not.
good jiu-jitsu, but I don't know.
I'm leaning towards a decision.
Yeah, I agree with that one as well.
All right, there we go.
All right, next fight we have Cody Stamann versus Eddie Wineland. Cody Stamann coming in the shorter but also younger fighter. And Eddie Wineland, we haven't seen him for a minute, I don't believe, but he's coming in here against, I think who's going to be a faster fighter is Cody Stamann, the better wrestler, and just, like I said, fast twitch fighter in my opinion. And I got Stamann here.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people do. He's a heavy favorite in this one. Most people are probably expecting him to just take him down and hold him down for 3 rounds. I don't know if you expect a finish here or not, do you?
I don't see a finish. I don't think he's gotten too many finishes in his UFC run. I like his experience here. I mean, just against high-level competition. I know Eddie Wineland's faced a lot of good people as well, but I think also Cody Stamann's just had some closer performances with higher-level competition. I just expect him to get the job done here.
Yeah, it seems like Eddie's kind of on the decline right now.
Like, I think Cody Stamann's similar to Michael Chandler in his build for this division, and he's very fast twitch and stronger than most other guys. So I just expect him to be, able to take control of this fight. And yeah,
by decision.
Cody Stamann
by decision.
All right, for the next fight, we have Danny Chavez versus Ricardo Ramos. This one, I just don't see how Ramos can give this one up. He's got a size advantage, and I think he's just going to be better on every aspect of this fight, staying up on the ground, in the clinch, wherever it is. I think he's just going to be better here.
Yeah, I'm expecting a stand-up fight for this one. I like his reach advantage here, and the age. I think that'll be a big difference here. Younger, hungrier, and wants to keep climbing up the ranks.
Yeah, and Ramos has put up a good fight against some Russian wrestlers, and Chavez, on the other hand, if I had to draw a UFC comparison, I'd say he's similar to Rafa Garcia, the Mexican fighter. He's little and he's dense, but he really isn't super great anywhere. I'd say he's less good version of that. I think his way to win would try to be like laying on top of Ramos, but I think Ramos has good defensive BJJ, and he's super unorthodox in his striking. He can throw spinning elbows, all that stuff. I just think he's going to be able to outpiece him and cruise to that knockout or maybe a second round knockout.
Second round knockout. That's what I like.
I like that. Okay, for our next fight, we have Gloria de Paula versus Maria Oliveira. In this one, I think you just got to look at that line, especially on these girls. If you haven't done their full research, you got to say Gloria de Paula, and I think you're going to see a possible finish in one of the first two rounds.
You like a Gloria finish here? Knockout or submission?
I think her ability as a striker, she had a tough loss to Cheyenne I can't say that last name. You know who Cheyenne is. But anyway, I think it was a head kick where she was getting up from the ground and she got smacked in the face. Kind of an unfortunate event.
Yep.
But, yeah, I expect her to outstrike Maria Oliveira. But I will say I think Maria Oliveira could still put up a good fight and maybe win a round. No, but I expect, a KO. Do you expect that?
These women fights.
I could see it going the distance too. Yeah.
But recently we've seen a lot of finishes. Last couple cards for the women fights. So
5 of the last kick fights have been finishes.
Yeah, we'll go Gloria, round 1, knockout.
Okay, for the next one we have Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Natalia Silva. I bet on Jasmine last time against Kay Hansen, thanks to your boy Carson on the 1s and 2s.
Yes, of course. Yep. Fade Kay Hansen as always.
Great call. Yeah, what stands out to me in Jasmine's game, we're going to pick her here as well, is that I think she has that wrestling department, and then she's also got a well-rounded game. She can fight 3 rounds. She can use her length to strike to her advantage. And on Natalia Silva's side, I think that she has a decent striking game. And I think she actually could take a round, make this a close fight, or make the judges see this a different way. But I just think in terms of the length and age and everything, I think I just got to stick with Jasmine here.
Yeah, I like Jasmine in this as well. And I like her activity. In the clinch, she's always working and always pushing the pace. So that favors the judges a lot of the time. So I like a Jasmine decision here.
Agreed. Okay, for the next one, we have the old men. We have Jeremiah Wells versus Court Mcgee. Very close matchup. I believe the line's a pick'em.
Yeah,
but I'm leaning Court Mcgee here. I think that his experience against high level fighters is there, and I don't know if we've seen Jeremiah Wells go the distance too many times with people, and you just question that cardio, especially with somebody who wants to finish a fight constantly. I don't know if you feel that way as well.
Yeah, I mean, if Mcgee can avoid a knockout or submission in the first round, I think he can take the last 2 rounds and win a decision here.
Yeah, I feel like he's got the experience edge. He's got the he doesn't really lose by knockout too often, so that makes me feel better about him. So yeah, I like Mcgee here. Jeremiah Wells' last victory was against Blood Diamond, who is a kickboxer, didn't really have a great record, and it was a good victory, but it really doesn't prove anything. And I just think, I think McGee's going to give up round 1, and we're going to see him get the last 2 and take the dub here.
Mcgee by decision.
Okay, for one of the better fights of the night, we have Adrian Yanez, the prospect, versus Tony Kelley. Yanez kind of been on a little bit of a roll here, similar to a Fialo or other guys that have been doing this. And Tony Kelley, proven tough guy in the UFC, and can hold his own. But we're gonna pick Yanez here, and I'm thinking just by decision.
I'm leaning towards a knockout here.
All right, we can do. I would say it has to be late round 2 or round 3 or to say. I don't think it's gonna be in round 1. But
yeah, it's anticipating a stand-up fight, and I just think Yanez is the better striker. And I think
both these guys have fought Randy Costa. Yanez actually got pieced up by Randy Costa in this first round, but that was just like a giant speed advantage. Again, he was young, he was learning, got touched up, and then Tony Kelley, on the other hand, it looked like Randy Costa got nervous to be finished in that fight and just gave up pretty quickly. So it's a little, I won't say it's less credible, but I thought Yanez's performance was a little bit more impressive. And yeah, I just think he's going to have the better pace, the better hands here. But yeah.
Yanez, round 2, knockout.
Okay, for our next fight, we have the guys who are going to throw haymakers. We're going to have Julian Marquez versus Gregory Rodrigues. I'm taking Gregory Rodrigues, and I won him by a first-round knockout. Julian Marquez, he was on a couple of pay-per-view cards earlier. He signed to Miley Cyrus, blah, blah, blah. No one really cares about him too much. He's got a cool nickname. I'm not all about it. Well, I think Gregory Rodrigues has the better nickname, the RoboCop. And the way he fights is all about it. He's the guy who's going to walk you down. He's going to throw the heavy shots. And he's got a good ground game. And Marquez has kind of been beating a lot of guys where he has just the better ground game, but I think Gregory has the better ground game, more power. The only thing I could see is Gregory going for that knockout in round 1, not getting it, getting tired, and getting finished possibly up into 3. But I think that first round power with a guy who doesn't have great defensive striking like Marquez, Rodrigues is just going to get this one done. RoboCop, round 1, KO.
Yeah, and Marquez was getting pieced up by Sam Alvey. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah. All right, for the next one, we have Damir Ismagulov versus Guram Dolidze. In this matchup, I dislike the dog a little bit more. We like Guram. Why do you like Guram?
Well, he trains with Hamzat, so yeah.
That's a good point. I mean, that gym has been seems like they train really hard there. Seems like he has a good personality and all that. But Damir, he has a lot of professional wins, but he fights like in a Floyd Mayweather style, in my opinion. Doesn't put himself out at risk, and like in a lot of ways, that's a good thing. But I think Guram will out-volume him and take him to a decision and take over the judges' scorecards with 2 rounds. Also, Guram's got great defensive jiu-jitsu. When he got taken down by Gamrot, he immediately was sweeping his legs up, like searching for omoplatas and arm bars, and just things that make Gamrot not want to be there. And I think that Gamrot was a better wrestler than Damir is. And I just think those kicks, I think Guram's just got the slightly better game. But I don't know if you see that as well.
Yeah. Kutelaze by decision.
Yeah, I think Guram by a split decision, in my opinion.
Split decision. There we go. That's a bold prediction.
Okay, for our next matchup, we have Joaquin Buckley, if I don't know how to say those first names, versus Albert Duraev. Tough fight to call because it's either this way or that way, and it's hard to get a read on exactly how that would go down. I got Duraev in this one.
Yeah, Duraev has, in his 3 losses, they've all been knockouts, and that would be the path to victory for Buckley, with his power, getting an early round knockout. But I think the longer this goes, we see it going Duraev's way, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird because Buckley, we've seen him fade in fights before, in his Kevin Holland fight, in his last fight versus Abdul, even where Abdul was tired, he was getting taken down. But in Duraev's last fight, he was super tired with his grappling. I can't remember if that was in Abu Dhabi. Could have been Fight Island. Could have been hotter. Could have made him more tired. But Duraev, I think, here is just that better grappler. And Buckley's game's too inconsistent for me. He's got wins over Arroyo, who really isn't that good. Lost against the Kirko. Wins against Wright, who isn't that good. Kasandyanai is pretty good, but again, it was a crazy KO. And then a lot of random stuff from there. But, I just think the wrestling could take over here, and I just see Duraev taking this decision away from him.
Yeah, Buckley has decent wrestling defense, but I think Duraev will still be able to find a takedown and probably weigh on him for 3 rounds. Maybe 2.
Okay, for our next matchup, we have Tim Means versus Kevin Holland. Tim Means, the Dirty Bird, he's fought a lot of good fights. I think he's been a little bit more inactive lately. Kevin Holland, been very active, but he's a crazy dude to try to pick because he's got wrestlers taking him down or he gets a crazy knockout. So I think we're just going to give Holland the knockout here.
Yeah, I like Kevin Holland in this one too. His height and reach advantage, reach especially. I think though, going down a weight class will be good for him. Because you saw he was just overpowered with the wrestling and the weight class above, and I don't think that'll happen here in this weight class.
Yeah, he's got a big reach and height advantage. Tim Means uses his jab really well, which I wish Holland would also use his jab, but I don't think he doesn't like that combination as much, just to touching people. He stands very wide stance, can be open to leg kicks. I think we saw a lot of that in the Cowboy Oliveira fight. And but I just expect the youth and the athleticism of Holland to beat Tim Means here. He got good striking, he's got big hands. And I would see him just doing distance KO, that right hand over the top.
Yeah, it is worth noting that this event is in Texas, and that's where Holland is from. I don't know if that'll help him or hurt him. As we saw Derek Lewis, that did not help. Holland by knockout. Round 1 or 2?
I'd say round 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, for our next fight, we have Donald Cerrone versus Joe Lozon. Donald Cerrone, we picked him in the last matchup. I'm just trying to keep it brief. I think he's the better striker. I think he has good defensive grappling. He's a little old, but I don't think Joe Lozon can hit with crazy power just to sleep him. And I just think Cerrone can take this one by knockout, round 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, I see this going or not going the distance. Either way, I think Cerrone or Lozon one of them will go to sleep here. Cerrone, round 1, knockout.
Okay, for our main event, Calvin Kattar versus Josh Emmett. I love a featherweight main event or a bantamweight main event. Like, all these dudes fight at an amazing pace. And Kattar here, I just think he's got the heart, the boxing is better, and he could mix in his wrestling if he really felt like it. Emmett will be a big guy, but also Kattar is going to be the younger fighter here.
Yeah, I like Kattar in this one as well. He's younger, more technical, and he has a really good chin. So, I mean, I think Emmett's only way would be a knockout, but I don't see that happening here. I think Kattar can go all 5 rounds, but I don't think it'll go all 5 rounds. I think Kattar will find a finish round 3 or 4 knockout.
Yeah, Emmett slows down, and we saw that in the EJ fight. He went really hard for the knockout in round 1, and in round 2, he got caught, and he started to slow down. I just expect Kattar to maybe put some elbows on like he did in the last fight, and again, Emmett probably will go super hard out for the knockout in one of the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
I
I'd anticipate
wouldn't count him
a
out,
first
but
round. Yeah.
I wouldn't count him out of this fight. He's got a lot of power in those hands. He really can sleep someone. But Kattar's super tough, and I don't think he's ever been finished before. So, and I really like the guy, so I got to pick him.
Yes. We'll go Calvin Kattar, knockout, round 3.
All right, these are our picks for UFC Austin, Kattar versus Emmett. If you don't like our picks, say something down below. If you like our picks, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. We're kind of making that boost right now. Also, check out the Instagram if you want to get those bets early. These lines move fast, so stay tuned.
Yes, exactly what he said. And we'll have a best bets video here in Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I'd probably say Thursday.
All right. Peace.
Roger that. Peace.